Frieza and Goku had been using instant transmissions at a rapid rate throughout the universe in order to catch up to where his father had been. King Cold had increased his speed and the two had to expend more energy in order to close the distance. They took turns using the move to conserve their energy for the upcoming fight, and eventually they were close enough that they had to take a breather. The two of them felt as if they had unlimited power, but expanding constantly had them take a break. Frieza, I think we need to rest for a while. The former Tyrant knew that they still had both loads of power within them and they had done their best to head for Earth, but using too much it would be stupid. Soon Goku closed his eyes as he rested again. This new form that he was trying to master still took a bit more than normal to maintain, but it wasn't as straining as it had been. It was the beginning, nearly killing him. The Frost Demon was busy going through the controls of the ship and checking up on everything happening outside. The Johnny Oo pod had some backdoor access, as they often went on Frieza's secret missions when he still hired them. Frieza had been amused when Goku had told him of the battle he had with Captain Johnny Oo and him taking over his body. At the moment it had brought up a thought in his mind: what if Johnny Oo had simply taken his body? He doubted that they would have been anyone as strong as him to stop him at the time, and unlike Goku he didn't have friends to beat him into submission. Now for him, it made sense. Johnny Oo's unwavering loyalty, always doing everything to prove himself to Frieza, day by day getting closer and closer to him. He knew the body that Goku told him about had not been Captain Johnny Oo's body from the last time they had met. Frieza had even seen him move through a few bodies. Frieza had shuddered dreaming of him trapped in a weak and dying body as he saw his body kill him. But through it all Goku had been there, and so had the elder Yardit who helped him meditate and center himself. Frieza didn't really know how powerful his father was, having never seen him fight in combat. But if he knew anything about his father, it was that he most likely made himself strong enough to still defeat Frieza if the need ever arose, as he had done to Cooler. During his meditation sensations, he had thought about what had happened to Cooler. His father dismissed him as dead, but now with better insight from a wiser being, Frieza didn't think so. He felt Goku shift behind, already in a deep sleep, still in his Super Saiyan 2 form. Both of them were still trying to grasp this new power that still took a lot to maintain. Frieza could also feel something within himself that looked to be on the horizon, a goal, something that he now aimed for, that he hoped could rival Beerus. Hey, are you overthinking again? He felt a hand on top of his head as he turned to face the Saiyan. No, just basking in the craziness of our current situation. Goku just laughed, pulling him closer. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing just how powerful you have gotten. You haven't really had a chance to let loose. But Frieza just shrugged. During their training on planet Yardit, Goku had been thinking of exactly how he was going to explain bringing Frieza with him and letting him live. King Kai had been adamant the first few weeks when he had found out that Frieza was still alive for Goku to kill him, but after asking again and again he had finally relented, knowing that once Goku set his mind on something it would take a lot to change it. But King had insisted that he not train Frieza on how to use Keihiken, which Goku agreed to begrudgingly, and when he told Frieza about it the Tyrant hadn't been too bothered. Frieza did miss the quiet of Yardit though, as Goku told him how lively Earth would be. They ate some food that was given to them by the Yardats. The journey to the planet was basically done, and they knew when they woke up they would be on Earth. During their stay on Yardit, Goku had tried to delve more into just what makes Frieza tick, but each time the answer was always the same. It's what I've always known, what my father guided me into, and all the time Frieza always talked about it nonchalantly, which often had Goku wondering if he truly enjoyed it. He had said that he did what he knew was best and most enjoyable. If someone was annoying him he would just shoot them. If he was in a bad mood he would just shoot them all the same. It had been eye-opening to Goku and sometimes unnerving to hear Frieza speak so nonchalantly about all the crimes he did, but reminded himself that he hadn't done anything since Namek. They saw the pod emit some gas and they know what was going to happen next. Goku felt the very subtle tightening of Frieza's tail around his waist. It was small enough that he could have just brushed it off as Frieza relaxing, but he knew what it was. So he wrapped his arms around Frieza, glad that he chose to not stay in his 100% form. As he had said, it is quite tragic. There is nothing beautiful to admire about that form. I much rather prefer this one. So what's next after we beat your father? Goku asked, and Frieza could feel his vision already starting to swim. I've never actually thought of what next, but the idea of going into exile like my brother did cross my mind, but seemed rather cowardly. Well, whatever you choose, know that I got you, Goku said, bringing a small smile to Frieza. That much I know, Goku, that much I know.